Grants Getaways is brought to you by Visit Tillamook Coast and KGW.
These are the fall days when you'd like to shout, "This is why I live here," especially on a journey up high on the spine of a ridgeline atop Bald Peak State Park.
The park was bald. I mean, it got its name from Bald Peak. There were no trees here. You look at the trees around here.
It's been a parkland since the 30s with competing views that will steal your heart. From atop Bald Peak, a wavy ribbon of asphalt carries your four-wheeled land schooner south to Dayton, Oregon, and then 8 miles into Maud Williamson State Park.
Great place to pull over, absolutely wonderful scenery, and I think it's just a place you'd stop and get out and stretch and let the dog out and maybe have some lunch, you know, one of those Sunday drives that we all enjoy and don't do enough of.
Enormous Doug fir trees shelter the picnic sites, and a rough-hewn post and beam timber shelter can be reserved for larger groups.
There's an old residence on site that's no longer occupied, but that is the original farmhouse. Children donated it to the state. It was named to honor their parents, and of course the park's very close to the Wheatland Ferry.
A quick dash down an intersecting lane leads to Wheatland Ferry Dock, where Danielle Matheny drops her steel gate, unloads passengers, and quickly takes on more for the short ride across the broad Willamette River.
That's one of the oldest ferries in the Willamette River. How many times do you get to go nowadays and go get on a ferry and cross the river?
Once you've landed on the Willamette's eastern shore, it's little more than 25 miles to reach a place where birdsong replaces the auto sounds. If you like to hike, there are plenty of trails to choose from at Ankeny Wildlife Refuge, just south of Salem off the interstate. This is one of my favorite. It's called the Rail Trail, and it's a wooden lane that keeps you up out of the mud.
Whether it's a kiosk, you know, right at the wetland or on a hill, or the boardwalks that kind of get you back into the nooks and crannies, the balance kind of goes along with how to not disturb the wildlife while still providing these opportunities. From wildlands to parklands, fall wanderings put you in touch with a different pace of Oregon travel.
Land is becoming more and more scarce in this part of the valley. I really think it's important for us to treasure these and protect them and take care of them.
With photographer Jeff Kastner, Grant McComey, KGW.
You can always find more on Grants Getaways at KGW.com. And for travel and adventure, be sure to watch Grants Getaways. The half-hour show airs Saturday afternoons at 4 right here on KGW.